Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the start of the IMSA endurance racing season, the Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona.
It's important to put it into perspective how big a deal it is that Alonso is racing at Daytona. Only once in history has a Formula One champion raced at Daytona while still active in Formula One. Why do they pay him $50 million to drive 20 races? He does things that are considered impossible with regularity. You're going to get to see what the hype is all about.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the U.S. and to Daytona. So, as a kid who's a race car driver in the U.S., you dream about racing at Daytona. I know a lot of people are excited to have you here. How's it going? What's the experience been like? What do you think of this place?
First of all, the place is huge. You know, when you arrive here, you see the grandstand, you see the infield, you see the people with the RVs and with everyone preparing the 24 is something special. The town is also nice, you know, with the sea and
Like Barcelona.
like Barcelona, little Barcelona, small Barcelona here. I'm really happy and excited to be here. I had the same feeling in Indianapolis. I think these circuits, these speedways are huge size compared to the circuits in Europe, and that's impressive.
All right, so you've been here in Daytona, you've been in the car. I'm curious to know, I drove an F1 car many, many years ago. What's the comparison with the F1 car of today?
It's very different, very different. I think in the F1 now, the technology we have, the hybrid engine, makes everything a little bit complex and a little bit difficult. I think this is more pure racing. You go, you put fuel tires, and you switch on the car for 24 hours. We don't have that real ability in F1. The traffic management with the GTs, driving at night, you know, there are many new things that I'm discovering here and I'm enjoying.
So, you mentioned the closed cockpit. You've never raced anything that was closed cockpit. It's always been open wheel and open cockpit.
It's very different. It's very different. You have, the cockpit here, and on the right corners you cannot see much. So you try to aim the apex and sometimes look at the window. So it's really strange feeling. But once you go over the first day of testing, it becomes a little bit more normal.
Cold tires are crazy in these things, aren't they?
They are. That was a thing that they keep repeating me every time. You know, be careful with the pit exit. The cold tires is going to be extremely difficult, and 10-3 as well. But every time you go with new tires, you're still surprised. That is, even if you are concentrating and take it very, very easy, it's still like too much speed again. You know.
All right, I'm gonna give you a list of races. Give me a yes or no. Dakar. Any interest in doing Dakar?
Yes.
Daytona 500.
Not for the moment. I think it's completely different.
I heard you wanted to test a cup car.
I would like to test the
Yeah.
car, but I think racing and the pushing and the strategy, and I think that requires a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge from very young age, maybe watching races and things like that. I don't have that, so I think testing is one thing. Racing in NASCAR, I think is a big deal.
I respect that. How about two wheels? Any two-wheel race?
I test the MotoGP, the Honda. Again, it's like maybe the World Rally car. Racing is a big task.
There's some pretty crazy dirt racing, like the Knoxville Nationals. Are you familiar with that race?
Testing is one thing. Racing is crazy.
Chili Bowl?
No.
I'm impressed. You know what Chili Bowl is.
I have some interest in some racing, but there are, especially here in the U.S., some crazy racing, and that's too much for us.
See, we think the same thing about Europe.
Probably.
All right, get to something that might be on your list. 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Yeah.
We're actually going to team up together when you do that race. Right?
Okay. Don't worry.
That one's on my bucket list.
Okay.
Is that on your bucket list?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's a huge race. Probably one of the, together with Monaco F1, with Indy 500. I think the 24-hour Le Mans is that race that everyone wants to race one day.
I mean, I love the fact that you're Formula One champion, trying other disciplines. And enjoying yourself. That's fun to see. To me, it's all about the passion of driving, and it's clear that you have
I have the passion. I love racing, so I love to be here. I love to be behind the wheel every weekend.
Well, I'll try to find a car that I think you might be interested in driving and see if I can get you back to the U.S. and drive it. Maybe take you up on that test.
We will keep on this project.
It's going to be fun to watch. Good luck in the 24.
Thank you. Thank you.